Alright, so we're going to talk about the meta today, and a lot of people get things confused about the meta. Half the time, people just don't know what they're talking about. So I'm going to break it down and I'm going to explain things to you, and it'll keep a lot of people from being misinformed and raging and doing, whatever the hell it is they do, like not addressing the real problems of the game. So, first of all, what is meta? Well, most people just think meta is whatever peoples are running the most and whatever they're on the most, specifically dealing with ESO. And a lot of the time that is true, but a lot of times it isn't. So let's break down the actual meaning of meta instead of what the people are regurgitating. The actual meaning of meta is the most efficient tactics available. And right now, let's say if you put that in a context, it wouldn't just be something like Tarnished Nightmare. That would be part of it, but most likely it's just be running procs that do damage for you and building somewhat in order to survive. That's the most efficient tactic available. I mean, that's literally it. But most people just think it's like hopping on this class and that class and just being good, and that's not really the case. I mean, no matter how strong Nightblade or let's say Sorc is this patch, I mean, we've all ran into the doo-doo ones who just get folded and fall the fuck over no matter what they are. We've run into those tarnished people that are terrible at the game, yet they can still be considered meta just because while they are using the most efficient tactics available, they're still terrible at the game. Now, the problem herein lies is, in ESO, this game in particular, there's a lot of bias, and what I mean by that is a lot of people will, let's say they'll address Sorc shields and say they're strong. You got a heal and a shield on one global cooldown. They're strong. There's no denying it. But they'll go to their class and be like, well, Corrosive is great. Nightblade healed is great. Coag is great. And I'm like, bro, no, they're not. Like, you can't just overshadow and forget things because Sorcs came to the limelight. You know what I'm saying? You can't say Cloak isn't broken just because Sorc shields are strong. You can't say Sorc shields aren't broken just because they need them to survive. I mean, a lot of you don't know. So Sorcs, unless you were the best Sorcs on the platform, were getting fucking folded up in two pieces, especially by people on better class like Nightblades, DKs, and things like that when they were good. So I do think the change was needed personally. I mean, I'm a Sorc main, but take that with a grain of salt, but I'm not one of the Sorc mains that's in denial. Yes, those changes did propel this class in the S tier, but you can't go out there saying nerf the meta, nerf Sorcs. Why? Just to put Nightblades back on top? Just to put DKs back on top? No, man. Every class has something to make, like, all the classes besides Necro and Templar are very much competing for that top spot. Like, they all have very strong things about them. And whenever something's like at the forefront, people tend to ignore those things. Like, a lot of people last patch were talking about the Marsalok, the Master's Dual Wield, the Vate Staffs, and things like that. And all that's on their brain is Tarnished Nightmare. Nerfing Tarnish would be a good start, but it's not really addressing the problem. People are just going to hop to the next meta, the next strongest proc set, the next thing that just does their damage for them. So I think you can't, like, pigeonhole yourself into this thought process of what's meta currently and wanting it nerfed when you're just going to have something else on top of it. You want it nerfed just because you want DK to be great? DK is still great. Newsflash, it's still fine. It's just you don't, you can't as easily deal with Sorcs as you used to, which, yes, that is problematic. I'm not in denial about it, but you know what? We're going to nerf Sorc shields, and then Cloak is still going to be untouched for, what is it, going on fucking 9-10 years? We're going to pretend that Nightblade heal isn't broken? We're not going to pretend their damage is over too? What's the matter? You have to nerf Sorc shields because you can't one-shot them anymore? Good, you shouldn't be able to be out here just one-shotting anything any fucking way. Now, I'm not saying things should be tanks all the way, but every class had a way to defend themselves properly, whereas that class, and I'm talking about Mag Sword specifically, did not. Their fucking defense was weak sauce. Like, you had to be a great Sorc to be out here Xing specifically. Be out here outnumbered specifically. Hell, even to survive in the Zerg, you didn't see people Zerging you down with Sorcs for a reason. Them shits was getting two-tapped. They were the first to go. Now, specifically Mag Sword, because Stamsorc is a great Zerging tool. So, I say all this to say it is just, people are going to use what's on the top regardless. And once Sorc is gone or nerfed or whatever they do it, they might not even nerf the shield because Arcanist shield is still a thing, which does the same thing. But whatever, you know, it's on top now, it's just going to switch places, which with what? Nightblade, which is still, I do believe, just literally on par with Sorc, if not in some instances better. Like they're both S tier. Or what? You're going to propel DK to the top. Meanwhile, Necro and Templar still suffer. Like, what are you going to do with Tarnished Nightmare? Yes, that shit is fucking strong and everybody's running it. But, I mean, why replace it with a different option when it's literally the best at what it does? And here lies the problem. Like, Nerf and Tarnish is what? Going to make people go back to, what, Way of Fire? I mean, okay. Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Like, people just, instead of bitching and complaining, do legitimate feedback. Like, of course, when you're in the heat of battle, I'm not talking about like when you're in the game, you get hit with Tarnished or you get hit with Way of Fire or Marsalok or a Sorc blows you up or Nightblade. Yeah, you can vent there. Of course, we're all going to vent and be frustrated. But when you're actually in these Discords or these YouTube chats and things like that, and you're just you're not even suggesting any changes. You're just like, it's just strong. It's just OP. It's power. Like, bro, we get that. This is nothing new. It happens every patch, every update. Whether it be mythics, proc sets, or classes themselves. We get it, but you're not offering any solutions. You're just sitting out here wiping your eyes from the tears you've been crying. So, all in all, I would say it's best not to like, it's best to get all of the classes to that S tier level, in my opinion, because, or lower them until I wouldn't even say lower them, because honestly, no matter how good or bad you may feel on the end of the spectrum of a class like, let's say, Necro, it has glaring weaknesses that just don't make it fun to play. Like, and low buff tracker times in a game like this where you're constantly doing damage or defenses is crazy, you know. Skills costing absurd amounts is absolutely insane. You can't deny it. Not having damage passives is insane. Useful damage passives. Not having the only class without a source of like major fucking sorcery or weapon damage buff, whatever that's, brutality. It's insane. Like, it's not, you know, these are glaring weaknesses that you just can't ignore and fake out and be like, oh, everything's fine, nothing's wrong with Necro. No, these things are a problem. We get it. You want to be MLG. You got, you know, you get it. You're the best player in the fucking world, my boy. Like, yeah, you go out there and slap everybody and all this blah, blah, blah shit. I always hear. I've been hearing for years about every fucking class. When, like, nigga, the things I'm saying aren't fucking, like, matters of opinion. It's literally terrible to have an 8-second buff time. It's literally terrible to be left out of the fray when it comes to major brutality and major sorcery. Like, you get these fucking Necro fanboys who are in fucking denial about everything because they think they play a bad class, they'll have an excuse for when they lose. Bro, I hate to be the one to break it to you, my boy, but you're terrible regardless. Really don't hop on a fucking better class when there's fucking, what, 10, 12 to choose from, is because you're not going to have that excuse. We know you're just as bad as you are on Necro. You're bad on Plar, Arcanist, DK, Sorc, Knight. You're terrible on everything, my boy. Take that shitty build you came up with that you keep trying to advertise to everybody that nobody gives a fuck about. Take your shitty ass the fuck up out of here. Quit saying this shit is great. That's why it ain't getting fixed. You dumb fuck. It's so good. It's so great. It's so... Shut the fuck up. Link me to your X clips. Please. Link me to them right now. Don't show me that one clip while you kiting around during mid-year mayhem doing everything. You have nothing else to follow it up with. Please show me you going out here wrecking shit like you saying, my Necro wrecks. No, the fuck it doesn't. Nigga, yes. And so is your Necro. Shut up. Shut up. I'm tired of hearing this shit. I'm tired of hearing about every class. I've never once heard a nigga go out there and say, my class is OP. My class is strong. No, nigga, no. Not when they're at the top. But, oh, when they're nerfed, it's, yeah. This is still great. This is still good. Run it, bro. Bro, if you niggas is trying to reverse psychology to get everybody to come out here and get on Necro so you can get an X clip and kill them all, it's working. Oh, no, the fuck it's not. Nobody's hopping on that shit. Because everybody with a brain knows. You fucking dumbass. Stop, bro. It's not good. It's not going to get buffed when you keep calling it good. That shit's ass. You've killed no one of note. I've never seen you in a dueling tourney. I've never seen you win. Never. We don't know you, nigga. I don't see your 1vx's. They don't happen, nigga. I'm out here in Cyrodiil every day. You don't got to be a YouTuber. Show me, nigga. Clip 1. You have a YouTube channel. Everybody has a fucking YouTube. I'm not saying you have to be a YouTuber. Show me this shit. Clip it. Link it into my Discord. Show me these actions of you going out here whooping shit on the daily. If not, shut the fuck up and suck a dick. I'm over it, my boys, because let them tell it. Necro is meta. Oh my gosh, bro. That's why we have the differences of stupidity and opinions. People are still out here. People aren't trying to address the Tarnished Nightmare. They're still trying to pass the fucking heat off on the Master's Dual Wielder Pro. Stop, bro. It's not gonna work. Niggas like me know. My Master's Dual Wielder is still melting. Bro, stop, bro. You weren't even wearing that shit. You had on Tarnished and Way of Fire, bro. Stop. I seen you. I saw you, my nigga. Stop. It's on my recap. Stop. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. But all I'm trying to say in the purpose of this video is that when we talk about meta, we can't address the current meta specifically. We have to address the metas that'll come after you address the current meta. Nerfs aren't the answer, in my opinion, unless you do it across the board. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. It's your boy, KLG Ouchie. Appreciate all the love and support lately, man. And I want y'all to stay safe out there. Peace!